Hi, I'm Bob McGuire, and you're watching Medfield.tv.
Access to our community.
I guess we'll leave it on the stand for now. Good evening and welcome to your children's very first band concert. This is a very exciting evening, always is, and they're very excited to perform and show off all their hard work that I'm sure you've been hearing at home in terms of squeaks and squawks, which hopefully are turning into more beautiful sounds at this point. We're going to start off with a very popular folk song called Cross Buns, and this will feature our percussion section on their bell sets. So at this stage of the game, the kids know about 6 or 7 notes. Some of them may know more than that, but we've been focusing on sound is the most important thing at first. So a lot goes into producing a good sound on a wind instrument. Posture and breathing and embouchure and all these basic things we talk about constantly in lessons. And hopefully they're remembering those things when they go home. We're going to feature a number of individuals tonight on solos. And our first soloist is going to be Isabelle Vara on alto sax playing Go Tell Bill. Our next soloist is Grace O'Donnell on the flute playing Mark Time. And our next soloist is Madison Giordano on clarinets playing Amigos. And we have one more solo before we play our next band song, and this is Alessandra Kelly on snare drum playing Getting It Together. Okay, our next band song will be a folk song called Au Clair de la Lune, and we're going to feature the trombone section on this one. Now, some of the things we talk about in full band, which we have once a week, we talk about group concepts. And one of the first things I like to talk about with the kids is group balance. It's often very unfair to the flute section that the saxophones and the trumpets have a lot more power than they do. So I really make the saxophones and clarinets work hard to play at a softer level so that you can hear the flute. So that's one thing that you could be listening for tonight if they're doing a good job of that and we're playing in balance. We're going to feature a few more soloists. And we're going to go to Nicole Mulready on alto sax. And we had a lesson on jazz on a jazz song called Bag's Groove. And she took to it, and that's what she's going to play for you. Takes a lot of practice to be able to get from C to D on the saxophone. You're going from one finger to all your fingers, and to be able to do that smoothly, it takes a lot of repetition. So that was well done. Our next soloist is going to be Paige Caturba on clarinet, playing Mexican Mountain Song. And we're going to go to the trumpet section for our next solo. This is Lucas Pagliarulo on trumpet, playing Kumbaya. Very challenging for beginning brass players to get up into the, it's not really the high register, but for them it's high. But to get up to that high A that he was playing is pretty challenging after only a few months, so that was well done. Okay, we're going to go to our next band song, which is Down by the Station. And this will feature the trumpet. Okay, we're going to go right next to our next section feature on Merrily Roll Along, and this will feature our flute section. Some of the things you may be noticing is at the end of pieces, they're expected to keep their instrument in playing position until the conductor puts his hands down and they can go back to rest position. I don't know if you've noticed that, but they've been doing a pretty good job of that tonight. One other thing that we talk about in band rehearsals is watching the conductor, which is harder than you think. You know, these guys are just learning how to read music, so for the most part they're concentrating on the notes on the stand, and now they're being asked to look above the stand at the conductor and play to the beat. So that's all, takes a lot of coordination and practice. So one of the exercises we do, and I like to get the parents involved on this one, is a cycle of 8 exercise where we're counting at times out loud and at times silently so that we learn how to internalize steady beats and they don't even need me. So we haven't practiced this probably for a few weeks because we've been focusing on our band music, but let's see how they do it, and then I'm going to have you guys give it a try. We're a little bit out of practice, and yes, there were some heads bobbing, giving the beat away, but they're supposed to be absolutely still. Okay, so now it's your turn. So you're going to count out loud, 1 through 8, just like they did, and then when I put my palms down, you're going to continue to count in your head, but you're not going to move and you're not going to say the beat. And then when I come back in with my palms up, you should all come back in on the same beat out loud. Okay? I told them this was coming, and they can't wait. Okay, so here we go. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe. These guys play so well, they have musical parents. Okay, I have a long list of soloists, so we're going to go to our next solo. This is Katie Moon on clarinet playing Bingo. Okay, we're going to have our other snare drum soloist, Katie O'Connor. And she's going to play a song in the book called One Step at a Time. Okay, one more solo. Let's go to Peter Wasiev on clarinet, playing Frère Jacques. Okay, our next piece is going to be our first taste of harmony. This is a two-part song called Lightly Row. So the first time through, one half of the band will play the melody line while the other half of the band plays the harmony line, and then the second time through they switch. So you should hear that switch in terms of the timbres that you're hearing. So here's Lightly Row. Okay, this next song, Good King Wenceslas, will feature the alto saxophones. Okay, our next soloist is Sabrina Lee on clarinet, playing Laughing Song. Just so you know, the students weren't assigned these. I said, okay guys, who wants to play a solo, go into the book and pick any song that's not a song that the band's playing on the concert. And some of them ventured, 10 pages further in or, what have you. So they all really, sought out these songs and practiced them on their own. So, I give them a lot of credit. It takes a lot of courage to play a solo on their first experience. So they're all doing a great job. Our next soloist will be Elizabeth Scheck on clarinet, playing Main Court. Okay, one more solo right now, and that's Lenny Kolobos on the Little Fish on flute. The tough thing about flute is it's a motor skill issue because it's not in front of them, right? Most of the instruments have the technique in front of you, so now you have to do it over here and you can't look. So that's one of the very challenging things about mastering the fingerings on the flute. So they're doing really, really well. Okay, one more solo. Let's go to the trumpet section, and this is Caitlin Bushy playing Morning Mood. Okay, our next band song, Farm Out, will feature the clarinet section. Okay, our next soloist is Rebecca Garvey on flute playing Go Tell Bill. Okay, back over to the trumpet section. This will be Molly Hardiman playing Laughing Song. Okay, next is Camilla Silk on flute playing Jim Along Josie. So if you're wondering why so many soloists, well, there's a couple thoughts here. This is probably the most solos we've had on a beginning band concert, but truthfully, I couldn't say no to any of them because they all sounded great on the solos. And then my other thought is, I remember playing a solo on my first 5th grade band concert, and you know, I did okay, I guess, with music. So I feel like it's an important experience. If they want to do it and they're working at it, then you know, we're still only at the 45-minute mark. So I think they're all deserving of a shot at fame here. We have a few more. The next solo will be Tristan Marble on clarinet, and that Sweetly Sings the Donkey. Okay, back over to the flute section. Catherine Dooley is going to play her version of Jingle Bells. Okay, up next is Sarah Boyd on clarinet playing Ode to Joy. Okay, we're going to go to Bhumi Patel on flute, and she's going to play One Step at a Time. Okay, now we have a run of a few clarinet players, and then we're going to move on to our last piece. This is Eliza Vara on clarinet playing Song of the Fjords. Addie Gardner, also on clarinet, playing a different version than we're going to play of Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Just confirm this is our last soloist, and this is Taylor Ginden playing Jim Long Josie on clarinet. Before we play our last piece, I want to give a huge thank you to the parents for your support this year. It's a very important year in terms of encouraging the practice and all those payments for the instruments and just encouraging them to keep going when maybe they don't want to practice and other things are drawing them in different directions. Music is such an important endeavor. It helps them in many, many areas, academically and socially, and they're really just getting their first taste of it. There's so much bigger things to come. The Bandorama concert in the spring is a really important one because that's going to be their first opportunity, maybe, unless they have siblings in the program, to hear the middle school bands and the high school bands and all the other great ensembles that we have to offer in the music department. So we hope that your children stay with us for a very, very long time because it can be life-lasting. So this last song is Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Production support provided by Medfield.tv. Access to our community.